Every month, without fail, there's a new video circulating of a black woman telling other black women how they should look, how they should act, how they should be. Every single month without a miss.
But one thing I have noticed, and correct me if I'm wrong, but this is just my opinion, so it can't possibly be wrong unless I say wrong facts, is that there is like a drag queenish culture when it comes to beauty of a black woman. Like the makeup that I notice black women doing is closer to drag queen culture. The contour, the highlight, the lashes, the just very caked on makeup, very like overdrawn lips, lots of these makeup styles that are aligned with drag queen culture. And on top of that, like a lot of black women wear wigs, and there's nothing wrong with wearing a wig, just because of like protective styling and stuff like that. But if you want to go ahead and wear a wig or not, that's up to you. That's what you want to do. But this is also attuned with drag queen culture. Men trying to look like women, and just like women do this sort of makeup and wear lots of wigs, and I think this is also adding to why black women are seen as more masculine, because they're overdoing what they already have, whereas they need to just play with what they already have. So if you have a particular hair texture, hair type, softer, more natural hairstyles are going to work in favor for you and make you look less masculine than putting a wig on your head that isn't your hair texture and looks fake. And that's okay, because I know hair is a touchy subject when it comes to black women. I feel that as well. But if you want the cold hard truth, is that you wearing a wig and wearing like drag queen makeup is not going to make you a baddie or make you look more like a woman. It's going to make you look less like a woman, because you already are a woman. So you don't need to do too much, right? When you're going out, you don't need to do too much makeup, do too much to your hair. And there's ways to protect your hair, like protective styles that are more natural, more softer. But it's easier to wear a wig and feel like that confidence of having long flowing hair, when it's like, why is confidence attached to you having a particular hair texture and a particular length? Anyways, so I think there's certain things that black women do and are popular with black women beauty that kind of is attuned to drag queen culture and that side of things that make them look more masculine. So if we like, there's nothing wrong with fake things, because all women do fake things, because we just have so much standards that we have to adhere to as women that it can't all be done naturally, and it's just part of femininity. So, sorry, there was someone there. So it's okay to, get a little bit filler, get a little bit of Botox, get hair extensions, but it has to be, you have to work with what you already have. And that's what makes it look natural, and that's what makes it look soft and feminine. If you have a particular hair texture, and you want to stay natural, then, maybe doing, a twist, mini twist, or cornrows, or, a braid out, or plaits, or braids, or something like that is going to make you look softer and younger, than just wearing wigs all the time. Or, maybe if you want to do a weave, do something more close to your natural texture, more close to your natural, length. Makeup doesn't need to be like boom, bam, it doesn't need to be all of that kind of drag queenish makeup. Even
This month, I seen a video of a woman saying black women who wear wigs and do their makeup with like contour and all the highlight and all stuff come across as drag queens. Now, in this video, I do feel she could have not said that. She could have got her same point across by simply glorifying wearing your natural hair and protective styles. She could have got online and said, I think, black women just eat it up with the natural hair look or these type of protective styles. And she could have just simply left out wigs. She could have also made another video saying black women always do their big one when they do their makeup like this. There was no need to get online and tear black women down for showing up in the world how they want to show up, what makes them feel like they look good. I don't understand how consistently there are black women online policing other black women. It is constant every single month. Shit, really, I'm sure it's every week. It just doesn't come across my feed every week. I'm in a real uplifting community online. I don't do the this and that and this and that. And this was a shock that it came up on my For You page. I thought I was about to get a stitch, but I didn't. I got that full video, and I was listening to it, and she kind of started to lose me when she was masculizing. She said wigs make you look masculine, so that is her initial statement. But to compare all black women to drag queens is kind of feeding into the hand of European beauty standards. You're kind of just walking right into it. And I do feel like you need to stop policing black women and telling them what to do. Like, that's just outrageous that you get online and tear down black women for looking how they want to look. Even the few months prior, when the woman got online and said, this is how I wore my hair to a wedding, what do you guys think? And everybody was like, oh, no, girl, you had to put some gel in it. You needed to do this. You needed to do that. I just feel like if she felt cute, she felt cute. If that's what makes her feel cute, like, let her rock with it. And I was fine with it. I showed it to my friend, and she's a natural hair girl, and she was like, oh, no, maybe she should have done a little something. And we all know what old braids look like. We know when braids been in the head for a little bit. I will say she did do braids in the head for a little bit. That's none of my business. That's really none of my business. If you felt cute, you felt cute. Like, I feel like that should be the most important thing when it comes to just being a woman in general. If you want to go outside and this is how you do your hair, this is how you dress, this is how you show up in the world, and you feel cute, I feel like that's all right. And who am I to tell you you're not cute? Like, that's not ever what I'm gonna do. But when it comes to black women specifically, there's already so much in the world telling us how we can and can't be. We too loud, we're too this, we're too that. And it's like, on top of that, on top of society telling us how it is we are supposed to be, we have our own people telling us this is not acceptable. And it really does not matter what a black woman does. The nails, they weren't acceptable until white girls started wearing them. The braids, those weren't acceptable. Bonnets, that's not acceptable. Wigs, not acceptable. Braid, like, it, you could just go, really anything a black woman does, someone thinks it's not acceptable. And at what point do we stop and think about it and say, this some bullshit? We are constantly being put in a position where we're meant to question what it is we choose to do. I've seen somewhere, I'm not sure if I read it or watched the video, but back in the day, black women were banned. I believe it's in like Louisiana, New Orleans, were banned from wearing their natural hair. So they started doing head wraps. They made the head wraps look too luxurious. Then they were banned from wearing head wraps. And then you jump back forward to today and what society got going on today, and black women are still being policed about every goddamn thing they do. I mean, I get so tired of constantly seeing other black women police other black women for doing what it is they want to do. Just like when Monique got on the internet and was like, black women shouldn't be wearing bonnets outside. Leave the girls alone. Let the girls do what the girls want to do. I don't see why everybody got to say so. And I don't see why everybody want to do it so publicly. Like, who are you trying to get to agree with you? Because, yeah, on one hand, there may be other black women who might find your take insightful and be like, oh, okay, I never thought about it like that. Oh, on another hand, you could, come across a black woman who sees it and now you made her feel bad about herself. Now there's a black woman out there saying, oh, I got to throw away all my wigs because it's not feminine and I don't want to look like a drag queen. Like, that's fucked up. To get online and belittle black women for doing what it is they want to do. You feel cute in a wig, you feel cute in a wig. You put on a wig and you feel like you look masculine, don't wear wigs. But don't throw that idea on everybody. And then when I go look in the comments, there's people trying to prove her wrong. Like, oh, look, this is no filter, yada, yada, yada. And she's like, no, I'm not doing it. Like, why are you tearing down other black women? And I do not feel this is progressive for black women and being uplifted in a society that so badly wants to oppress us at all. Like, it's not helping us at all to be sitting here on the internet all the goddamn time telling other black women what looks good and what looks bad. Like, especially when it comes to calling black women masculine. Like, time and time again, there's always a black woman being called trans, which nothing wrong with being trans, but what people who say things like that, one, they're transphobic. Because even if you thought someone was trans, it's not something you need to call out. So you're transphobic, probably racist. And on top of that, they're just trying to call a black woman a man. Like, I don't get why people feed into these conversations constantly when you could simply uplift. Like, you could literally have a take in your head and be like, I don't think black women should do this. And you could choose it, like, in your content to just uplift what you feel like they should do. Like, that's what really pisses me off, is because you could go online and simply praise what you think is appropriate. Simply uplift what you think is feminine. Like, but you choose to go online and tear down other black women by calling them masculine. Like, that's so dumb. Every month, without a doubt, this happens. And we gotta stop. We gotta stop getting online and finding new ways to call black women masculine. Like, we gotta stop upholding this European beauty standard that been forced upon us. Like, it's not beneficial for you. It's not beneficial for your community. And if you think getting online saying this type is bad, like, it always gives pandering. A lot of the times it gives pandering. Who are you pandering to? Who do you want the pat on the back from? Just message them directly at that point, because it's like, what do you gain from this? Like, you're a black woman at the end of the day. Do you think everybody's going to hear you and say, She's so right. Let's throw the wigs off, or let's keep them on. But everybody's just gonna think she's the prime minister of femininity. No. And it's like they open themselves up for these discussions for like, who's gonna uplift you, sis? Like, cause it's like, if black women can't find sanction in their own community, where the fuck are we gonna go? To the fucking wolves. At that fucking point, it's so frustrating. And like, I don't really concern myself with the adults, because like, if you're grown, you're gonna take some statements and just be like, you're gonna have your own opinions. But there are a lot of young impressionable girls that are still like, growing into themselves, trying to figure out like, oh, am I cute, am I not, like, and they see these videos and now they feel bad about themselves. And I don't think everybody who posts online takes that responsibility seriously, because they're like, I'm not getting that many views. But just in case, you should 100% be thinking like, oh, what if a teenage girl sees this? She's out here wearing wigs. Is she gonna, like, how's she gonna feel about herself? How's her perception of herself gonna change after watching this video? Will this have a negative impact on her and her development? Like, got to take some responsibility for these things, because when you post online, you're liable to be seen by anybody. And you get online and you belittle black women for every little thing they do. What does that benefit? Because this is the world you also got to live in. You think if you just tear down black women for the way they look, how they choose to show up in the world, it's just going to benefit you, especially because you said this is the way to be? I promise you, someone's going to find a fault. Someone's going to find a problem with the way you chose to be anyways. Like, there's really no win when it comes to how black women should move. I want us to do better. I want us to do better. So